Well, you've seen our F1 drivers on the racetrack giving their best, right? But do you know how they were in their childhood roaming around with their puppy faces? We must say, they were loaded with cuteness. Hey there, welcome back to your favorite channel, where you'll receive all kinds of information about your favorite F1 drivers. Don't skip the video and watch it till the end to see the now-turned handsome drivers' cute childhood stories. Lewis Hamilton. Oh, isn't he cute? Well, we don't know about you guys, but we find young Hamilton immensely cute, charming and agile, as you can see. Our cute little boy took birth on the 7th of January 1985 as a British to his parents Anthony Hamilton and Carmen La Balestia in Stevenage, Hertfordshire, England. His interest in the sport developed from a very young age. Perhaps he was born with a helmet. Hamilton's parents separated when he was 2, and since then, he's been living with his mother and his older half-sisters. At the age of 5, he was gifted a remote-controlled car, which he cherished and was in fact the point which made him even more interested in the manner in which these cars work. He was also so intrigued by the sheer amount of technology being used in it and the amount of effort put into the production of each one of them. For a child at such a young age, he was truly a huge fan. After he was through these early stages and after he had achieved a huge part of his success, he stated that if he was not part of the F1 fraternity, he would certainly have been part of the cricket world. For him, a post after F1 was cricket. He began karting in 1993, yet again, a pretty good age to get started. It did not take a long time for him to get started, with winning races as well. This is what caught the eyes of a lot of teams right away from when he was young. At the age of 10, he was able to win the British Cadet Karting Championship and surprise the whole world with his skills. The story from that point ahead is something that is known to all. George Russell. Oh my god, look at this cute fluff ball! Who would have thought that this cute kid would turn into such a handsome boy? Baby Russell was born on 15th February 1998 to his English parents Alison Russell and Steve Russell in a seaport and a small market town which came to be known as King Lynds, situated in Norfolk, England. In Russell's family also, our famous boy was the youngest of his 2 siblings. The drivers don't necessarily have to belong from a rich household, but, you know, you need to have cash in your pocket to get into the racing world, and that is the reality. A decent amount of money is required in your pocket to sustain yourself in the racing world. Being a small businessman, George's father had enough to support his passion. His father earned a decent amount that could meet the substantial requirements of the household. Now, coming to his origins, George got a British nationality as he was born in England itself in the county of East Anglia, which is popularly known as Norfolk. The place marks the border of Lincolnshire to the northwest, Suffolk in the south, and lastly, Cambridgeshire to the west and southwest. Similarly, his dad is also of British descent. He received his education at an independent day school on the Isle of Ely, Cambridgeshire, which came to be known as Wisbech Grammar School. This establishment was one of the former schools of England. Kid Russell started when he was 11 years old and continued till 18 before he had to move to Milton Keynes to pursue his dreams. Undeniably, Russell's father was a big support system for him. The effect of his parents on his career is impeccable. They were supportive from the beginning and would do anything to see their beloved son stepping on success. Apart from racing, Russell was very much interested in football like his father. Additionally, he loves to hang out with his friends while skating and mountaineering. He is very active on his social media and shares pictures from his life events. Daniel Ricciardo. Our cute little boy has been a fan of cars since his childhood. Daniel was born to Australian parents Grace Ricciardo and Giuseppe Ricciardo on the 1st of July 1989 in the Southwest Land Division situated in Western Australia. This was the same place known as the city of Perth where the famous Heath Ledger was born. Daniel has a sister also. He was raised in Duncraig, a suburban area in the north of Perth. His father was a great fan of racing and used to race himself quite a few times. This thing fueled their passion for racing in him. As said earlier, you don't have to have lots of money to be a driver, but good financial stability is required. Invest in imports. His father was a former racer and he belonged to a hard-working family, so that was enough to fulfill their needs. Ricciardo took birth in the 4th most popular city in Australia called Perth. His parents were not fully Australian but had an Italian-Australian lineage. Papa Ricciardo was born in Ficarra, situated in Italy. Anyways, at a very young age of 7, he moved to Australia. Even his mother was born in Castagna, which is also situated in Italy. Till now, he has both Australian and Italian origin, however, he kind of neglects the Italian part. Maybe he doesn't like that part of himself. The Champ attended high school at Newman College. The school provided co-education and was a Catholic school operating in the Marist tradition. Like all the other racers, he couldn't continue with his formal education to keep balance with his racing. This means he had to rely on homeschooling and took the informal education like all other sports professionals. Everyone in his family is very close to each other, especially his sister and his father. It was their support that took him this far in his life. Unlike others, he likes to stay close to his family members. Well, people say that he's very affectionate towards his nephew. Away from his racing life, he's very much fond of mountain biking and climbing. Moreover, he enjoys swimming, basketball, movies, music, and is quite a bathroom singer. Our sportster is afraid of spiders. Damn, that's something we didn't expect. Additionally, he's a social media addict and uses it to bridge the gap between himself and his fans. Sergio Perez. We weren't prepared for this cuteness. Look at this sweet little boy. We can make out that he had been a fan of F1 since his childhood. He was born to Mexican parents Marilu Perez and Antonio Perez Garibay on 26th of January 1990 in the city of Guadalajara, Jalisco, situated in Mexico. He is also the youngest among him and his brother. His father was a racer himself. He was into racing before he shifted to be a manager of one of the drivers. The household was self-sufficient. In the meantime, his mother took care of all the household matters and ensured that her kids had no problems. His surname depicts Spanish ancestry. This kiddo didn't receive a formal education because his career started well off at a very early age. However, he had to have psychological skills and knowledge of health and nutrition. Psychological abilities comprise acquired behaviors employed by athletes such as motivation, self-confidence, arousal control, and interpersonal relations. Widely recognized for his fierceness and continual pattern while racing, the Guadalajara racing driver has some weak and energetic sides. Aside from motor racing, Sergio appreciates soccer and video games. The Mexican athlete has a significant thriving number of fans and followers on his social media outlets. He adores his fans and communicates with them with the help of Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook accounts, respectively. Yes, the Mexican driver is not only in a relationship, but also affected by a few difficult ones. Sergio has existed at a time in an affair with one for a distinct time. His first affair was with Greta Farias in 2010, and again with Fernanda Gallegos in 2013. Moreover, Andrea Campillo Vivanco, the news says he united in 2014 but finished off in divorce. Contrarily, Sergio declined to lose confidence in discovering the sweetheart of his life. That exploration gave rise to his connection with Carola Martinez. Sergio Perez proposed to her on the 13th day of August 2017 after they had courted for a period. Nearly a year after the proposal, Sergio Perez and Carola Martinez tied the knot and exchanged their nuptial vows. They both belong to the Christians of Roman Catholic. As an outcome, the wedding ceremony was sealed under the supervision of Pope Francis. Here's an amazing fact that you didn't know: why Sergio Perez is called Checo. Interestingly, reacting to the question, Perez told, "In Mexico, where I come from, all Sergios bear the nickname Checo. Sorry, there's no story behind it." We hope that made you laugh. So, this was all you needed to know about your favorite stars. See you in the next video. Bye.